What's happening, everybody?
Happy whatever day of the week it is.
Yeah, we don't even know anymore.
I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
We've had a crazy 24 hours and wanted to kind of put you guys in the loop.
Well, it's been more than 24 hours.
Actually, yeah, I guess a couple
Let's
days.
say 48 hours.
48.
So Sully was listed for a kidney a while ago, a week ago.
Monday, yep.
We got a call that they had a kidney for him 2 days after that.
Yep.
And that did not end up being the right kidney for him, so they passed on it. So we've just been kind of waiting around, waiting for a phone call. And then we noticed a little red bump, about yay big.
Not even that big. This thing's small.
Well, the bump's small, but it was red like that.
Yeah, it got red, yeah.
So we knew there was some sort of infection. So we sent a picture to his team at Children's, and they said, be seen by your pediatrician, because we want to make sure it's not going to be anything that could...
halt a transplant.
Yeah, halt a transplant, or make him come off the list.
Yeah.
So we went in, and his doctor got a needle, pinched it super hard, popped it. It was gnarly, and a lot of stuff came out.
And poor Sully. I mean, gosh, I think that was probably one of the most traumatic doctor's appointments he's had.
Oh yeah, that was worse than, like, when he has surgeries, he's medicated and unconscious.
Yeah, and like some of those like medications have kind of almost an amnesia effect, so they don't remember it. But
yeah, but this was bad.
Yeah.
So that's that. And then...
And they took like a sample of the stuff to send it off to culture. And then we had to follow back up with our transplant team based on what that doctor had said. And he was concerned that it could be a staph infection or even MRSA, which is another form of staph that's like harder to treat, basically.
Yeah, so then one of the 3 people that are going to be doing Sully's transplant, the one who's working this week.
He's on call this week, yeah.
Asked to see us, which is kind of rare. It's hard to get appointments with those kind of people unless they really need to see.
And this was the next day.
Yeah, so this was the next day, which was yesterday. And he saw him and saw the bump. He said that he doesn't think it should take him off the transplant list. He's the one on call this week, so if he gets a transplant, he's the one doing it. So he prescribed an antibiotic for him. And
kind of a broad-reaching one that even if it's MRSA, this is like one of the better ones to treat that, because we still haven't gotten the culture results yet.
So he knows that if he gets a kidney for Sully, he knows how long he's been on the antibiotic. He'll probably ask us how it's working. And
wants pictures in a couple days.
Yeah.
Because what's hard is they're kind of like weighing pros and cons then of a skin infection basically versus a kidney, right? And like he said, skin infections, they're treatable. Not having a kidney for the long term, like that's a much more serious thing. And so
but he said the concern of it is that it's on his stomach and the new kidney is just going right inside his tummy.
Yeah, so you don't want an infected incision,
especially with no immune system.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping that this infection clears up really, really quick.
And today the redness is completely gone. There's still a little bump you can tell there's some stuff still in there. But he said don't pop it ourselves or anything.
Yeah. Let it drain on however it's going to.
Yeah, so we don't know what it was or why it was there, but we're just cruising, man.
And what's so crazy, like this little bump, right? Like we think it's not a big deal, all these things. The ramifications for what could happen are so crazy that you almost can't let your mind go there, because if it is, staph or MRSA and that spreads up to his dialysis catheter, has to get that catheter taken out, has to go on hemodialysis, which means we moved him to Ronald McDonald House, which means transplant gets put on hold. Like, it could... Yeah,
so like if it moves this far...
Yeah.
Then
it spirals.
There's a chain... What is it called?
Chain reaction. Yeah. So that's the hardest part about having a kid who's so complicated, is that, like, a little thing can turn into a big thing if you don't act immediately. So we saw this bump over the weekend, contacted, and, by now we're already doing full rounds of antibiotics and all sorts of things.
And we're not like the overreacting kind of people, like, honestly.
No.
Like if it was me, I
don't even think I would have taken him in. I mean, the doctor said to, that's why we did, after I sent a picture. But in my head I was like, well, give it a few days, we'll see what it looks like, But with a kid like this, it's a tricky thing to do. And I feel like, if anything, I was really hoping for kidneys. Because I feel like there's a lot of different things. Our dialysis delivery was a week late and then showed up completely atrocious. You could probably put a picture in here of that.
Destroyed.
So we can't use that. So now I have to call into emergency orders. Sully had a massive diaper blowout all over his dialysis catheter today that we had to take care of.
And all over that bump that he has.
Yep, so then we got the bump, we got the antibiotics. We've had 2 visits in the last 2 days that Sully has not enjoyed, and he did a nap today, so it's kind of... Sorry, I don't want to complain, but it's just really wanting that kidney.
Yes.
Really, really praying for that kidney.
But we trust that God's going to give him the right one.
Yeah, it's always been about God's timing, and so...
So we'll just do the work.
We'll continue to do that, and we'll try and put out the fires as they come. And hope that he feels better. I mean, I don't think it's bugging him too much. It's just, it's hard when there's things outside of your control. And you just have to trust. God's got a purpose in it.
Yep.
We'll get through it, and there's kidney coming. So, not exactly the most fun update. It's his life.
It is.
It's what it is.
Tis what it is.
Tis what it is. We hope the next video's the phone call. It was a crazy feeling, let me tell you, when we got a call.
It was crazy.
Billy and I both visibly were shaking for about 45 minutes.
Yeah. Yes. Thanks for watching, folks. It's been real.
Peace out.